Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
Thank God it's Friday. All right, a beautiful Friday morning to you from wherever you're listening across the world. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM. It's time for Conversation with Dayo and Tola. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
I am Tola Teriba. Good morning.
All right, you're welcome. It's another edition, the Friday edition, weekend edition of Conversation with Dayo and Tola. This is how we do it Mondays through Saturdays, 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Of course, you know, if today is not your first time, you know already that this is a radio network program coming to you live from the stables of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. We're live on our sister stations as well, to it Agility 92.1 FM and Okiogun 96.3 FM. A very good morning to all our online audience on Facebook, facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM and Twitter at Oluyole FM. Join us on either of those platforms, Facebook or Twitter, at Oluyole FM on Twitter, at Oluyole 98.5 FM on Facebook. You can stream us live on both platforms. Check us out also on Instagram at Oluyole 98.5 FM, also on Radio Garden and Mixler, mixler.com/Oluyole FM. Our website remains the same, www.bcos.tv/listen. Again, www.bcos.tv/listen. That's our website. You can listen audio only to this program live as it's trending on the airwaves. So join us on Facebook. Go ahead. Facebook affords you the opportunity to contribute ahead of time. Okay, so while the news is coming out, you can drop your comments. You don't have to wait like the phone line when we have to tell you when to come on. Same thing on Twitter. Just make sure for us to easily pick up your tweet. Use hashtag conversation, singular, not plural, conversation. Okay, that's all you need to add to whatever you are typing, wherever you are typing it. Okay, just end with or start with hashtag conversation. We'll pick your tweet. It's the 21st day of the 8th month 2020, 21/08/2020, 21st day of August 2020. It's a wonderful day to be alive, and it's a Friday.
Thank God for the gift of life.
For those who are counting the days, there's something that happens on the 25th every month, especially in Oyo State. Don't worry. Abawalayo. All right. Okay. So today is a special day anyway. Today is International Day of Remembrance of and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. We have plenty of them in Nigeria here. Yeah. So it was a resolution adopted by the General Assembly of the United Nations on the 19th December 2017. So they agreed that we'll give a day to victims of terrorism, and they decided on the 21st of August. International Day of Remembrance of and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. We commiserate with everyone who has lost a loved one or lost a limb or lost a property to terrorism.
That day particularly speaks to Nigeria.
I'm telling you,
the homeless, those in IDP camps,
exactly,
orphans,
and those who never made it to IDP camps. Some are just scattered across. Nigerians are IDPs in Niger Republic. There are Nigerians that are IDPs, in Cameroon. So today is that day. If you can, please reach out to people that are probably victims of terrorism wherever they are. Today is that day. Let's stretch a hand of fellowship to them as much as we can. This is Conversation with Dayo and Tola. What we do here: newspaper review, top-notch analysis, and of course you get to contribute. So we go straight to the papers. I have a copy of the Punch newspaper.
And I have a copy of the Nigerian Tribune.
Chinese loan probe orders stalled as reps suspend panel's sittings. Don't compromise investigations. CSO warns National Assembly members. And we'll continue probes after resumption. NDDC committee chair orders. I'm not aware of suspension of committee's activities, says lone panel chair. That's in pick 2 of the Punch newspaper.
Yeah, it seems like you predicted. It seems as if this thing is going the way of other problems.
Welcome to Nigeria. Okay. We are used to it already.
All right. Community policing. Federal government approves 13 billion naira for takeoff, and that's on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. Banner headline of that newspaper this morning.
That sounds nice to me. We need community policing more than ever, at a time like this.
Look about take one, the initiative, similar initiative in other parts of the country may be jarring the federal government up.
But my own challenge is this: whether community or whatever policing, if it's still centrally controlled, we are joking.
That's why you begin to smell the rats.
I mean, we are joking.
Maybe there is a purpose.
It doesn't matter the name you give to it. If it is somebody at the center that will be calling the shots in your locality, it's still, we are not yet there. We are not yet there. I mean, they'll try their best.
Maybe they have an intention to decentralize. Well, at least as far as community policing is concerned, the way it sounds, community policing, it should be decentralized and should be community focused in the real sense of it.
Well, one thing I've decided I will not do is to deceive myself. If the money is coming from the center, he who plays the pipe dictates the tune. That's the truth. So I will give you 13 billion and I would say you should go and run it, Abi.
On your terms.
Thank you. So that will most likely not happen. Somebody will still run the show from the center, and as long as that happens, it's tantamount to just another centralized police force. But we look forward to it, really. Let's just we look forward to it, and we hope they would be able to at least help out with policing in Nigeria. Please place 0.5 million naira bounty on suspected Oyo serial killer's head. Page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
Right, bounty hunters over to you. Well, I don't think that boy should be all that difficult to find, provided he is still your state is still.
Knowing fully well that some people even said they saw him.
And he has family. When people get into trouble, when people are on the run, at such times they usually reach out to family
to seek shelter.
Shelter, one assistance or the other.
Well, let's see if a family member will give him more for 500k.
I think the family should be under surveillance too. I trust that will be happening definitely.
By now, of course.
By now. All right, we have this one. No 48 million barrels of crude oil missing, says NNPC. Page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay. All right. It's okay.
They've said so.
It has moved from something was sold. Now it was never missing.
Never missing.
It's all right. That's good. FG reciprocates, bans European Union flights from Nigeria. Page 20 of the Punch newspaper. Ban till August 29.
Well, this one says Nigeria won't allow flights from hostile countries. That's as Foreign Airlines Express to the next to recommend flights. What do we mean by hostile?
I'm trying to understand what that means. True, hostile in what ways?
If time permits, we get to take that story.
Okay. All right. Well, today, Sultan declares today Friday Islamic New Year. Page 9 of the Punch News. Some people declared the day yesterday. Okay, well, later on we discovered Oshun declared for Isheshi, not Islamic New Year. Yes, August 20 was Isheshi Day.
So
and I think Kano goofed. Kano goofed. And they are close to the Sultan. So it's actually today that is the Islamic New Year. And the Sultan has declared that, and the details on page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
Now, protesters win as NBA withdraws invitation to El Rufai. Page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Yeah, it's also here. Killings. NBA bows to pressure. Drops El Rufai from Confab. That's also on page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
And now talking about politics, INEC threatens to cancel Ondo Edo polls if That's on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Well, on Ondo and Edo polls, postponing Ondo polls will create constitutional crisis, so they won't postpone it, but if something happens they might cancel. Okay, details of that on page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
We shouldn't let it get to that. Those elections should hold money. The stakeholders should just rein themselves in and allow peaceful conduct, free and fair conduct of elections. Now, Shomole Gambari Villa meeting can truncate Nigeria's democracy, says Kondus. They're still talking about that controversial video in which Shomole was.
And they said that's not what they were saying.
But how did that video, how did it get leaked in the first instance? So I begin to wonder.
Enemy in the camp. Well, probably they just leaked. I'm not sure the intention was to leak it. They just wanted to show them, exiting the villa and all that. Unfortunately, some little bit tiny audio was picked, and sometimes what you don't plan now is being used against them. I wish them all the best. Arotile, 2 suspects freed, driver to escape death. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
And we have this one. ECOWAS leaders demand Malian president's release, return to constitutional order to visit Mali. Pages 5 and 21. I think they're taking the persuasive option first.
Let's see if they would respond before you deploy ECOMOG. We hope that works out. We seriously hope that works out.
Yeah, but they'll probably stand their ground and insist that they will conduct elections in a very short while. That's talking about the new Malian leaders now.
This one.
ECOWAS might not have a choice but to take them for their words that we won't stay long, we'll conduct elections and
we'll see how that runs out because I will see military also drop khaki and say they want to be Agbada. Remember who the cap fits? We know distance. Yes, we know distance. It's a script.
The 25-year-old boy might probably want to
we know distance, so it won't come as a surprise.
I don't know a president who would emerge and want to keep him in the army after winning elections.
Okay.
The boy, the 25-year-old, the young man and his cohorts.
They will just transit now. It's not hard.
From their own cabinet.
After all, they will tell you that they understand how the military terrain works, so they can better manage security and all that.
Now, should he be about the youngest ruler in Africa now?
At 25, he definitely will be. He definitely will be. It will be. He will be. I mean, it's been a while since we had such coup d'etat. With young military guys coming in. It's been a while. We are gradually losing the fight. Unfortunately, they brought it back. Karma, unacceptable, ungodly, a time bomb, says Khan. Page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay. It also says here, Khan rejects karma, says law ungodly. Page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right. We also have I don't know when Magu probe will end. Justice Ayo Salami. Page 8 of the Punch newspaper. It at the beginning it should have a end.
Quite a basketful, if you ask me. That's what Justice Salabi is saying. We would have seen certain things to one of that statement. This is almost endless, seemingly endless.
Exactly.
I think that's what he's trying to say. 10 killed in Bayelsa Rivers clashes, page 27 of the Nigerian Tribune.
And talking about the FG impounds Angolan passenger plane in Lagos. Okay. Page 21 of the Punch newspaper, right there if you're interested in that story.
About a particular airline that resumed flights yesterday or the day before yesterday.
No, that one was not impounded. Maybe it had some special people on board.
We don't know the reason why the Angolan plane has been impounded.
Those ones, they are, some people we are more citizens than ourselves. Those ones are regular people. I'm pretty sure that other airline had some.
Okay.
COVID-19 drug trial will begin in 13 states soon. PTF, page 18 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay. National Grid its all-time peak of 5,420 megawatts. Page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. That is now enjoying more regular power supply.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. Okay. Fleeing Ogun engineer who raped neighbor's daughter arrested. Oh, good.
Good.
Let him face the music.
Very good one.
Let him face the music. Page 5 of the Punch newspaper.
Declare August 20 Isheshe Day. Yoruba traditionalists tell Makinde. Page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune.
They hardly have any special day.
Well, it's like the system virtually
rigged against them, right?
Yeah. Forgets them.
They deserve something too. Anyway, if you ask.
I agree. They do.
APC PDP trade words over alleged shooting at Edo Rally. That's on page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
Defense headquarters confirms Boko Haram ISWAP's attack on troops in Borno. 8 terrorists, 3 soldiers die in attack.
Wow. And that's Borno State, right?
Yeah, that's coming from
This
Borno.
is from Katsina and Zamfara. 3 bandits killed, many rescued in Zamfara. Katsina, says military.
And we also have, again, police rescue 55-year-old man after 30 years in solitary confinement.
Wow.
In Kano. Was chained to a piece of wood.
That's another person entirely. What's it with them locking elderly people up? I mean, those are not kids. I mean, what we're used to hearing is people locking kids.
30 years.
What could be his offense?
We also have 7 killed in Bayelsa as rival gangs clash over illegal bunkering, kidnapping, 3 killed as rivers in rivers called violence. Banditry as international connections, IGP says. The military arrests 3 foreigners with special ammunition. Whatever that means.
Apparently, Edo State is building a modular refinery. 6,000 barrel per day Edo modular refinery nears completion. Oh, that's one campaign thing for the governor. And it's 95% complete. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. That's on page 20 of the Punch newspaper. We also have Senate tackles agencies over Fiscal Responsibility Act. Same page 20. And Nigeria accounts for 70% products under ECOWAS trade. Federal government.
On local government election, Ondo declares today work-free as SDP confirms participation. Oyo government to approve paternity leave extends maternity leave to 6 months.
That's nice. Paternity leave. Yes, everybody is taking care of the kids. That's good.
Someone in heart, someone is thinking about the men too.
At least it's important. It's important.
To support their wives that critical period.
Food prices rose in July, says Nigeria Bureau of Statistics. It's been confirmed there, and that's on page 21 of the Punch newspaper. Women farmers seek improved access to insurance. That's on page 21, business economy page. Okay, that's about that from that page.
Talking about news beyond Nigeria's shores, we have 6 bodyguards to South Sudan's vice president killed in ambush, and a Russian opposition leader in critical condition. 8 suspect poisoning. Uproar in Somali after lawmaker presents bill to legalize child marriage. That's from the foreign news page of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, I'm ready to go to sports. If you are. The sports page of the Punch newspaper, we have stakeholders divided over Mokachi's appointment as Buhari's SA. He's been appointed already. Keep your division. Lalong to renovate stadium for Plateau United. CCL campaign. And we have coaches applaud Egbo after historic Champions League win. So the Punch sports page of the Punch newspaper.
Sports page of the Nigerian Tribune. Europa final. Inter good for trophy, says Conte. And Marseille cut short holiday to meet new coach, while Stoke signed Mikel, says O'Neill. And also have Moses talk stuff ahead of Sevilla showdown. Buhari names Amokachi special assistant. Congratulations to Amokachi there.
Yes, sir. The bull himself. I wish him all the best in his new appointment. All right. Time check, 6:51 a.m. Destination time, 7:30 a.m. It's conversation with Dayo and Tola. We go straight to details and those headlines.
All right, I'll take this one up. Protesters win as NBA withdraws invitation to El Rufai. Many Nigerian lawyers on Thursday conducted an online protest against the invitation extended to Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El Rufai by the Nigeria Bar Association (NBA) as a guest speaker at its forthcoming annual conference. And now there were also numerous boycott threats and eventually the bar listened. The leadership of Raul Usoro vowed to pressure and withdrew the invitation on Thursday evening. Immediately the invitation came into public space, the social media was literally inflamed as lawyers and public commentators roundly condemned the honor. Many in opposition to his planned presence at the event wondered why an alleged serial violator of court orders would be the one speaking on the essence of justice. Usoro and his outgoing team received knocks for the consideration. Also, many commentators who mistook the current leadership for the incoming presidency of Oluyole Apata also condemned the president-elect. Protesters win as NBA withdraws invitation to El Rufai.
It could not have been Oluyole Apata. He has no control over who comes to the conference. He's a president-elect. He has not been. So it's the Usoro led team that came up with the idea. But then, of course, they listen to the voice of reason.
Actually, on this matter, I want to actually also commend the lawyers on this. I mean, this would send a good and strong signal to all those in leadership position that they need to be on top of the situation in their respective spheres of responsibility. And indeed, the feeling is that El Rufai has not shown enough commitment to ending the crisis in Southern Kaduna, which is one of the key issues the NBA has against him. And plus the issue of his human rights records. And please know that the NBA is a multi-ethnic and multi-religious organization. So it is not just about a particular region or group now. It is about the rest of Nigeria speaking to El Rufai through the NBA. And I believe this will also give the governor himself some food for thought. I mean, it's time you all begin to speak truth to power through persuasive and pressurizing measures such as these. Not necessarily resorting to violence or confrontation. There are ways we can make our leaders listen to us, and there are things we can actually do to make them do what we want, provided that there is the will on the part of every one of us. So I think, well, I'll say this is a good beginning.
It is, if you ask me, it is. And it started with just one lawyer saying, see, if this man is coming, I'm not going to that conference. Before you know it, everybody started, voicing out. Somebody came up with a petition, okay, start signing. And in less than, I think, 48 hours, over 1,000 lawyers had signed. Of course, it was clear to the leadership that I think we need to rethink this decision.
So, and like I said, the issues in Southern Kaduna indeed can actually be beyond the issue of religion. There are Muslims in the NBA, there are Christians in the NBA, so definitely if they are all speaking with one voice, so it means probably the majority of Nigerians are not happy with what is happening in Southern Kaduna, irrespective of their religious leanings.
So yes, there are ways, just like you said, there are ways by which we can demand good governance. We can demand what we want, without violence, without causing any trouble. And yes, they will hear our voice. Good one from the NBA, if you ask me. Chinese loan probe. Others stalled as reps suspend panel sittings. The House of Representatives has suspended activities of its standing and ad hoc committees, including panels investigating finances of the federal government. The majority leader, Alassane Adodogwa, who made the announcement in a notice dated August 19, 2020, with reference number NAS/9HR, said it was a decision by the leadership of the House. One of the major groups affected by the suspension is the Committee on Treaties, Protocols and Agreements investigating external loans and commercial agreements between Nigeria and other countries, especially China. The activities of the committee generated controversy nationwide as the federal government on Monday admitted the loan agreement with China contains sovereignty clause, which gives the Asian country the permission to seize a facility if Nigeria defaults in the payment of the loan. The committee chairman, Nicholas Osai, had said the clause was not only ambiguous but also dangerous. He vowed to go ahead with a probe and ensure the renegotiation of the controversial loan agreement. But the probe was stalled on Thursday with the suspension of activities of House committees. Adodogua's memo, cited by one of the correspondents on Thursday, was titled Notice of Suspension of Activities, Meetings, Public Hearings and All Engagements of the Standing and Ad hoc Committees. The notice read, the leadership of the House of Representatives has recently met and resolved that henceforth all activities of standing and ad hoc committees be put on hold while the House is on its annual recess. Accordingly, all standing and ad hoc committee chairmen are hereby directed to suspend with immediate effect all committee meetings, public hearings and other engagements until the House resumes from its annual recess. The clerk of the House should also ensure strict compliance to this circular by all committee clerks and other relevant staffs of the House of Representatives. Well, I'm not aware of suspension of committee activities, Osai. When contacted on telephone Thursday, Osai said he was not aware of the suspension notice. I'm not aware, he said. When asked if it meant that his committee's probe will continue, the lawmaker said, until I authenticate what you are saying now and I find out, I won't be able to make a necessary decision now, as you are telling me. By tomorrow, which is today, Friday, I'm going to find out whether it is all according to what you have said. Wow. Chinese loan probe orders stalled as reps suspend panels sitting. Off your mic is okay. It is finally okay.
And the mic has finally been turned.
Hello, Baton.
Like I said, it appears the series of probes appears to be going the way you predicted. Gradually, something else would happen and Nigerians would just move on. But these issues are, I think, much too big to be seen go down the drain or under the carpet, if you ask me. These are really big issues, and well, then this back and forth.
You know one thing about Nigeria, one thing is clear. Within 1 week, in fact, few days, other things will come up and people will forget about it. So that's the style. Suspend everything, let it, by the time we resume, it would have died down and will no longer go back there. Really? All right.
We'll see how it unfolds. One day, one drama.
All right.
That's welcome to Nigeria. We have this one. Khan rejects Kama, says law ungodly. Now, the leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Khan, has rejected the Companies and Allied Matters Act, Kama 2020, that was assented to by President Muhammadu Buhari recently. According to Khan, the law is unacceptable, ungodly, reprehensible, and an ill wind that blows no one any good, as well as a time bomb waiting to explode. Now, I would fast forward as to why Khan is against that law. The Christian Association of Nigeria says at the public hearing, the bill that sought to bring religious organizations and NGOs under the control and influence of the government was totally rejected because it would snuff life out of the church and rank the church as a secular institution under secular control. Furthermore, Khan says the satanic section of the controversial and ungodly law is section 8391 and 2, which empowers the commission to suspend trustees of an association, in this case the church, and appoint the internal managers to manage the affairs of the association for some given reasons. Khan noted that while it is not against the government fighting corruption, wherever it may be found, it completely rejects the idea of bringing the church, which is technically good among the NGOs, under control of the government. Khan rejects Kama, says law ungodly.
Wow. It says here, Kama, unacceptable, ungodly, a time bomb, says Khan.
I think more still needs to be done in the way of actually interpreting the provisions of this law.
In fact, I was going to say that over 600 pages. Are we sure these people commenting about it have read everything?
Yeah, that's why I said, because now these issues that Khan is pointing out are really highly controversial issues.
Very, very.
And definitely all sides need to tread with a lot of them.
Let me quote the Khan chairman here. The satanic section, quote now, the satanic section of the controversial and ungodly law is section 839, subsection 1 and subsection 2, which empowers the commission to suspend trustees of an association, in this case the church, and appoint interim managers to manage the affairs of the association for some given reasons. While we are not against the government fighting corruption wherever it may be found, we completely reject the idea of bringing the church, which is technically grouped among the NGOs, under the control of the government. The church cannot be controlled by the government because of its spiritual responsibilities and obligations. This is why we're calling on the federal government to stop the implementation of the obnoxious and ungodly law until the religious institutions are exempted from it. So that particular section is what I've seen religious leaders, talk about, that you can't just bring someone. And really, if it were to be just that section, I mean, you can negotiate things like this.
And if it's about fighting corruption, I think the religious organizations have their own mechanisms, internal mechanism of dealing with corrupt practices.
Well, maybe somebody feels it's not enough. Maybe. I'm for regulation, really. I might be standing alone here. We need regulation. Across board in Nigeria, I'm not just talking in religious, we need to regulate things. The impunity with which people do things, I mean, in this country, really, we need to regulate. But there's this fear that I also share, and that's the distrust between the people and government. I mean, are you sure you will not say something on that Tola conversation today? Now somebody say, that you ask one NGO. Tomorrow we'll just come up with one something, and before you know it,
and the possibility that we begin to end up going the way of China and North Korea when it comes to religion.
So and really, it's not unfounded. That fear is real. I mean, with what is coming from our current minister for information, all this, outright, threats and all that, anything can happen. The moment somebody just has something against you, they go and activate that portion of the law, and before you know it, they just take over whatever, and then they just send somebody sit on that board and make decisions for them.
Especially where the religious leader is outspoken. Not just talking about Christians.
And that is common here. I mean, I'm surprised somebody says only the Christians are. I said there are Islamic clerics up north that are more popular than their state governors. I mean, that they are. I mean, people that when they stand to talk like this, a governor that wants to win election knows that you go and go to appease them. I mean,
of course.
Zazaki now. I mean, you want to become governor in Kaduna State? Ask El Rufai now. You must patronize these people. There are clerics like that. Okay, so and the moment they now have something to control them, it's like giving the government smoking gun. That's go ahead. So really, that fear is not unfounded, and I think I'm of the opinion that section should be looked into.
I think the way out is actually, let the government sit down with the religious leaders, let them talk about this.
Exactly. Aside that, the few portions of that bill that is now law, is good, really. I mean, now an individual can register and business. You don't need all the boards and all that. And if you need to make changes, it's easier with the new Kama law. So it's not all that bad for people who have not read through. I've read the summary and I've read the portion, and I can tell you that there are portions that are actually good. But this portion that Khan brought out, let's be sincere, is a killer.
Would actually be as if that's what the law is all about.
No, that's not all. That's not all. It would be unfair to say that is everything. That is not everything. It's just a portion. All right, as we prepare to open the phone line, time check 7:05, destination time 7:30 a.m. You can join the conversation. 08055009850. I think you have a story in front of you.
Okay, it's a story about the national grid hitting an all-time peak at 5,420 megawatts. The national grid has recorded a new peak of 5,420.3 megawatts, which is the highest ever recorded in the power sector. This is coming 17 days after the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, announced a highest peak of 5,377 megawatts recorded on the 1st of August 2020. The new figure surpasses the previously recorded highest peak by 42.50 megawatts and at a frequency of 50.108 Z. TCN statement issued on Abuja on Thursday and signed by the General Manager of Public Affairs, Ndidi Umba, said the new figure was recorded on 18th of August. The national grid its all-time peak of 5,420 megawatts.
Oh, well, I hope it's still like that.
You know why I took that story, Dayo? I still do not understand this reported peak of the national grid that is talking about the power sector without a corresponding and noticeable improvement in power supply and distribution. Or is it that a much more higher population of Nigerians are getting connected and the distribution has to be managed in a way that it would go round? Industries are still spending astronomical sums on power. That is talking about alternative
now
power.
What we say spends on diesel.
And some of them are relocated and are still relocating. Yet it's not the first time we will be reporting this peak in power sector. In the power sector, I think we should be forward doing what I would call reportage of grandeur in the power sector. First of all, focus on effective power sector reforms. And also think about recouping all the funds stolen in the name of reforms in that sector.
That's it. We'll do for commercial break. When we're back, we'll open the phone lines and you join the conversation. Don't go anywhere.
Ṣé ọ̀nà fún àyà tàbí inú rẹ̀ ń gbóná ni inú rẹ̀ ń dàrú? Andrews liver salt ń gbógun ti inú kíkún àti àyà títa ní wàrà ń ṣẹ̀ṣà. Tí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì, lọ rí dókítà rẹ o.
This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through.
He has translated to our glorious immortality, Sir Oluyole Ademoladare Williams, Baba Iwe Ijo Eleto, Methodist Church Nigeria, Ogbomoso Diocese, the Knight of John Wesley, Ààrẹ Ogbomoso First Community Initiative, Orílẹ̀ Ológo lọ́jọ́ kìíní oṣù kẹjọ yìí, ó sì fọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ àtàwọn ọmọ rọ́pò sílẹ̀ ayé lọ. Ọjọ́bọ̀ Thursday, August 20, láìsùn onígbàgbọ́ Wake Keep yóò wáyé ní Trinity Methodist Church, Stadium Road, Ogbomoso, láago 4 p.m. aago 7 p.m. Ọjọ́bọ̀ Thursday kan náà lálẹ́ ìmọ̀ yìí Night of Tributes l'Ogbomoso Recreation Club ọ̀nà Ìlọrin nílùú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì Friday August 21 àtẹ Sir Oluyole Dare Williams ní ìtẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ nílé rẹ̀ lókè àfin nídojúkọ LAUTECH l'Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Níbẹ̀ lòkú rẹ̀ yóò ti jẹ́ gbígbé lọ sí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Recreation Club àti láti bẹ̀ lọ sí Earl Frost Center lókè Òṣùrù l'Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Aago 11 àárọ̀ 11 a.m. ní ìsìnkú yóò wáyé ní Methodist Cathedral of Evangelism Àròmọlé l'Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Lẹ́yìn ìsìn ní ìsìnkú nílé rẹ̀ afẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n olùràpadà wa ọ̀fẹ́ òjò wa lọ Olóyè Ọlọ́lá Adémọ́ládárè Williams ààrẹ wa olùkéde announcer Ogbomoso First Community Initiative O First Group.
Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
Glad to know you're there. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola. As we open the phone lines, Hijra 1442 Makinde felicitates with Muslims, urges peaceful coexistence. I said Governor Engineer Sheyi Makinde has felicitated with Muslim faithfuls in the state on account of the new year, Hijra 1442 which begins today, Friday, 21st August 2020. He wished Muslims in the state, Nigeria, and across the world a new year filled with blessings and benevolence of the Almighty Allah. The felicitation by Makinde came on the heels of the acceptance of Friday, August 21 as the first day of Muharram 1442 by the Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, NSCIA, Alhaji Muhammad Sahad Abubakar CFR, following a recommendation by the National Moon Sighting Committee of the NSCIA. The governor said Hijra immigration to Medina no doubt kindled the light of hope in the hearts of the early Muslims who set a shining example for all Muslims in every generation to emulate. It symbolizes a new beginning. Hijrah 1442 AH, Makinde felicitates with Muslims in Oyo State and around the world. Phone line is open. Seems we have a first caller here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning,
sir.
Good morning. Where with you, sir?
Nice to have you, Prince. Go ahead with your comments.
Now, firstly, I want to commend the effort of NBE and their decision by removing the name of everybody from one of their guest speakers. I love it. It signifies that everybody is not a good member of their association.
He was never a member.
On the issue of religious organization and CAC, religious organizations are non-government organizations. There is nothing concerns CAC with religious organizations. Actually, religious organizations are registered with them. That is normal. Then the other thing, they are not concerned. They should lead them. How do they want to appoint internists for the churches and mosques? When do they know? When do they...
Oh, that's from your hand, Prince Aderemi. Thank you so much. On Twitter, Folarin Gerard is here. Says an intelligent man without emotional intelligence is like a grenade in a fuel depot. That would be disastrous. Says ordinarily thou shalt not speak at our conference. El-Rufai don't commode grenade. Folarin Gerard. So that's where you were going. Said this kind of public rejection they pay no. Okay. All right. Olakunle Don at Olakunle_Don is saying if there's anything NBA has done, it is the removal of El-Rufai from NBA conference. It is timely and rightly. Okay, your opinion. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I'm speaking from Ogumoso.
Good to have you, sir.
This is Atika Bola.
Okay. Nice to have you, sir.
So at the end of the day, people the song by the House of Representatives. I didn't know this even Nigeria. They are deceiving us. Secondly, sir. So one day, federal will not just take over our car if they just detect any corruption. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Isaac Agbola. On Facebook, Tony Gold is saying good morning. Thank God it's Friday. Ola Hassan is saying good morning from Ilorin. Oh, thank you. Kende Tiger Akisami is also here on Facebook. Say good morning, guys. The precarious security situation is sinuous and lackadaisical of government. An act that is tantamount to a Molotov cocktail. Okay, thank you. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, you're on. Okay, Mr. Faladu.
Yes,
okay, nice to have you. Go ahead, sir.
What I just said, I think to energy. It's very record development. The highest in this of Nigeria, but what I had just to do that. Sometimes it's very much. I think we have about like unfortunately collapse on that 24 hours.
That's it.
It is sustainable. I think how we just create industry. We not pay. And the top pressure with people and petrol will come down. Now people will get up. I think Nigeria should have to sustain it. Corruption come. That's why the corruption is not fighting Satan in this country. Corruption come. That's why I supported this contract. So it's not we have to fight corruption. That's the problem of Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Falado. Just like you said, it's not really about reaching the peak. Can we sustain it? That's the most important thing. The last time it happened, it crashed in 24 hours. So
and we beat the drums each time we reach that peak.
I mean, someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Alaji Ailabugo is on the line from Lanlate.
Nice to have you, sir.
I want to thank the governor for celebrating with me on the occasion of Hijrah. We think he will give us an holiday as been done before. So our good governor is to make it a point of view next time to give us an holiday on Hijrah. After having said that,
the 500,000 price tag placed on by the police on the runaway serial killer is good, and it is a sort of motivation to cut up with him. But notwithstanding, a lot has to be done. A lot needs to be done by the police, and in that case, I want to suggest that the police should keep secret the name of anybody that can help or that can give them information, even without the money, collecting the money apart, the information about the person, the name, and those who help them. They should be kept secret. That is my warning, and that is my advice to the police. Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alaji. We'll do for another commercial break. When we're back, we'll take more calls. Don't go anywhere.
ṣé ọ̀nà fún àyà tàbí inú rẹ̀ ń gbóná ni inú rẹ̀ ń dàrú Andrews liver salt ń gbógun ti inú kíkún àti àyà títa ní wàrà ń ṣẹ̀ṣà tí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì lọ rí dókítà rẹ o.
Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
So glad to know you're there. Still conversation with Dayo and Tola. Time check 7:16 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. Seems we have another caller here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Dayo and Tola.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Mr. Siwanko from Okado.
Maziwanko, please go ahead.
I only want to comment on the refinery. I want to thank the governor for his well doing. I pray that God will assist him to complete the refinery for us, because it's for everybody in this nation. Thank you very much. God bless us.
Amen. Thank you so much, CY. Maziwanko from Okado. Adeoti Kunle on Facebook is saying, "Good day, Mr. DNT. It shows that the federal government of Nigeria have not much good for this country than recession. Instead of finding ways to prevent the impending doom of recession, they want to embark on persecution of churches of God. This set of people at the center, if they invade the people's wrath, you mean invoke? They will not invoke the wrath of God. Okay, all right. I think he's trying to make some points there. Back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Diane. Hello.
Good morning, Grandma.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, man.
Thank you.
How is the learning this morning, man?
I wish you all. You are doing fine.
Okay.
Ṣé àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wọ́n pàdé tí wọ́n ṣe sùn? Ṣé orí chọ́ọ̀chì ló wá kù tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá sí àti mọ́ọ̀sì? Let God rule this country. We just have to pray so that this country will see the light of God. Gbogbo àtàwọn pẹ̀lú corruption in the church. So wọ́n ti fight èyí tí Ọlọ́run kó gbà wá lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí o. Wọn ò rí nǹkan ṣe mọ́. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yìí ti wà confused. Just let us pray for them to see the light of the day.
Amen.
Any wonderful weekend.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, Grandma.
That's Grandma all the way from Ilore, Kwara State. Matthew Olaliru on Facebook saying, "Good morning, and community policing is a welcome development." Secondly, on NDDC probe, is there anything positive that can? Is there anything positive that can come out of it? Let's wait and see. There'll be Nigeria with it. Yes, so from Ilero. Adiola Sunday also on Facebook saying, "Good morning, Tola and I on NB and Erufai." It shows that NBA leadership are listening to their members, and our leaders must learn from this. On Kama and Khan, FG should review the law. On paternity and maternity leave, kudos to our able governor, Comrade Adiola Sunday from Shaki. We go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, you're on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I think I'm fine.
We can hear you. Your name and location.
Mr. Adedoko from Ogunmosho.
Okay, Mr. Adedoko from Ogunmosho. Please speak up, sir.
Kudos to MBS. I want the judges to take a copy from this room and stop with delivering for president. They stick to this MBS. They have set a good foundation. They have tried their best. So we should emulate them.
Right.
They are on the issue of this legal. I don't know what happened. What was going on with the religion. You think they have some good. Let us pray for this government. Let us pray for them. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Adedokun from Gomasha, thank you so much for your comment. The phone line is still open 08055009850. Oluwashio Okiki Okanla is saying, what is federal government doing about the rally dispute in Edo election? Insincerity has been the most major cause of insecurity in this country. If we talk now, they will say hate speech. Wow. Okay. In Kademi also here, I say good morning there and say, please, what is happening in Kaduna South? But I believe one thing completely, that God will take absolute control. Okay, absolute control. That's the right thing. It is well. Aji Agbomojo Wolewa is also saying good morning on Kaduna South. Let us all help them to pray to God to take control. God bless us all. Happy Jumat to all. Okay, seems we lost our call. The phone line is still open. Someone here?
Still waiting for more calls.
Okay. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Tola.
Good morning, sir.
I just when you come from Ogunwusi, I just want to appreciate you
Thank you, sir.
Tola and Dayo
Yes, sir.
for the great work you are doing, but for your efforts. Most of our people who are listening to you will have been in the back. Like the announcer from Ilorin, all you need to do is to pray for this government. Because if you fail to pray for them, it's dangerous. So God will save this country.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Elias Aguru on Facebook is saying, good Mr. Dayon Tola, how are you doing? Well, we're fine. I think there's something behind the China loan to Nigeria government. Is it not because of Nigeria that for our benefit that they are getting it? We are facing security challenges, no solution, killing, raping, kidnapping everywhere. May God save us. Elias Aguru from O2. Thank you so much. Back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
My
sir.
name is Honorable Salami. Good morning. My name is Honorable Salami Abiodun. One from Oje.
Okay.
On the issue of our religious organizations, we think government need to regulate them. And all these NGOs, they are making a lot of money. If they continue to be unchecked, a lot of corruption is going on there. Some people will base once they become the chairman of board of trustees, they perpetrate a lot of evils. When people donated money to all these religious organizations, the members don't even hear anything about it again. When you are having an annual program, everybody will contribute their money, and at the end of the day, they will still make money invited to guests from all over the country. They will donate to the board of the organization, and at the end of the day, the board of trustees will sit on the money. So we cannot continue to allow them to run without being checked. So the government have done the right thing. The law cannot be perfect at all times. They have said it. I think Tola said it, that the law is good, but that section alone should let us overlook it and let us continue. We cannot continue to allow everything to be operating without being checked. So I think that is the right thing for the government to do. So on the issue of the killing in Akele, the Badar people, the elders, the government have done the government is doing the government is doing what it's supposed to do as a government. But the people in that particular, I mean, the police have already failed us. We all know that. But the people in Akele, they really need to check themselves. Akele is not the only place in Ibadan. And I don't know I don't know. They need to check themselves, because the people in Akele, we know them to be a peaceful. I mean, they have been living peacefully before now, and I don't know what now led to this killing and all the time. So may God be with us. And help us to bring back in there. We need holiday. Holiday in this state. We have been observing it before we came into the office. And I think the Muslim community said he promised them last year that it's going to declare holiday for us this year. So we don't know why. Help us talk to him and beg him to be declared this era as holiday for us as we normally have it in the past.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate your call. We've had plenty of day this year. But, I mean, that's not my job. I'm not the one to declare. All right. Adiola Odewusi Ige, doctor is saying, indeed, we need to pray for the Nigerian rulers to see the light of God. When the wicked rule, the people mourn. We thank God for your state, governor, and pray that God will continually uphold him. He will not miss his rewards with God. Amen. The central government is indeed confused, chasing shadows here and there. 8 speech, karma, and all. Waiting concern Agbiru with overload. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the phone line and pick a couple more calls.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Oluyole from Oyo.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
I want to say that government is not right to be monitoring religious organizations, but we are the ones watching our dirtiness in the public. I want to tell you that all the money they are acquiring from all the oil, international donor and whatever, what is government using them for? But because Bible is a complete word, saying that brother is taking brother to court, even in the presence of unbeliever. That is where the problem starts. Have you ever had the Muslims taking their cases to court? Now, it is the church that will be doing that. They will now be exposing themselves. This is how much we collected as a tithe and offering, and the government is now saying that, okay, church is having money. Secondly, we are now even, okay, I don't even know, maybe in Mecca, Medina, do you ever see all these mosques installing AC? And that's why Bible says we are building Tower of Babel, we are calling worship center. Instead of going to rural areas where we, instead of changing all just the believers, we are buying 500 millions, 11 million and whatever. And that's why they are saying that church has money. Now, may God just help us. You see, by the time we are doing what is right, as government has failed the public, church is also failing the public. That is why all these things are happening. Until we correct all those things, we are not saying government is right, but church will also take its position as God has directed. God help us.
All right, thank you, Mr. Olufemi from Oyo. I think you might be misconstruing the whole thing. There's a difference between affluence and lack of transparency. I mean, there are beautiful mosques. I've entered, I've seen wonderful mosques, across the world. And this is not, that's got, you just need to be transparent. And that's why I believe, yes, just like Honorable Salam said, we need to be regulated. Let's just say the truth. Okay. Okay, whether somebody is entering the matters of church, okay, we leave that one.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I am Reverend Babatunde speaking from Landate.
Reverend, nice to have you, sir.
Now, I want the government to put their hands up from anything that concerns religion. What do they need? They are bringing another obnoxious law into religion. I thank the people of Khan, especially the chairman. We should not allow them to use them to collect anything from the church. They want to know the amount that the amount.
Oh, Reverend Babatunde.
What is their concern there? That is number one. Secondly, I want to talk on the community policing. It is good that we have community policing. Let the government start the work right now. God bless us. Reverend Babatunde from Landate.
All right, thank you so much. That will be the last call for today. Oluyole Adedire, Oluyole at Oluyole for me 007 said the escape of the serial killer still baffles me. This may give Nigerians, especially youth, that extrajudicial killing mindset. Or your CP should act fast by rearresting the boy. He's also saying that as at April 2020, South Africa has generated 53,000 megawatts. Nigeria still crumbling and fumbling on 5,000 with a potential of 12,000, which is still not sufficient. God help us. I think that's the right way to end the show today. Till tomorrow when we come your way again on Conversation with Dayo. I remain Oladayo Ogunbo Wale.
I'm Tola. Good morning.
Up next, Sported Bits. Don't go anywhere.
CG Television.
Good morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check at 7:30 a.m. I already know that is sport time right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. The Trailblazer, the best in the West, the nation's pride. Yes, Boluwaji Ogumala is here once again to bring you up to speed with all the happenings in the world of sport. Bringing you the latest, the hottest, and of course the juiciest news. Don't forget exclusive interviews that you can only get on this radio dial. Don't forget that this show is live on Agility FM 92.1 and Okyogun FM 96.3. You can also listen online. Just visit www.business.tv/listen. Watch us on Facebook and of course on Twitter this morning. We've got a lot of grounds to cover as we'll be taking a look at some signings that have been completed in Nigerian Professional Football League ahead of the new season. We also do a quick tracker of Nigerian players as Ahmed Musa found the net for a Saudi Arabian club yesterday. We also check out the world of basketball. I'm talking NBA school results from yesterday night. We'll also take a look at the big one later tonight. Europa League finals between Inter Milan and Sevilla. Big one in Germany, Cologne, Germany, and later tonight as far as that is concerned. And a couple of other stories, most especially from the world of transfers. Well, let's hit the ground running from the local scene, where new Abia Warriors midfielder Nzube Anezemba says that he joined the Umaya Beast Club with the ultimate aim of helping them claim the league title. The former Kano Pillars and Rivers United player on Wednesday sealed the move to Abia Warriors from Lobby Stars, putting pen to paper on a 2-year deal. The 27-year-old former Sunshine Stars player joins the likes of Ojo Oluyole, Martins Edafe at Abia Warriors. The team continues to sign new players since they brought in former Super Eagles assistant coach Imama Amakpakabo. Well, Anezembe joins a raft of new signings at Abia Warriors. For Abia Warriors, the team is yet to win any silverware since getting promotion into the MPFL back in 2014. And for someone like Anezembe, who has won a lot of trophies in the domestic league, including MPFL title, 2 Aetio Cup while at Eyimba, and another Aetio Cup with Kano Pillars, says that his only mission is to ensure that Abia Warriors chart a new course that involves winning trophies and continental football. Anezembe is on the show this lovely morning.
Played in bigger clubs, the likes of Eyimba, Kano Pillars, Rivers United and Lobby Stars. But here I'm in Abia Warriors now. I signed for them. The major reason why I signed for Abia Warriors, for some years now, Abia Warriors have not been in continent. They've not won the league. They've not won the FA Cup. So all my thought is that coming here, that we should get something good as winning the league and maybe putting them in a continent. Yeah, I believe that is the major thing, and that is the reason why I joined Abia Warriors.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Not the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet the highest standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
Orí mi wú ọmọ mi ọkùnrin gbá bọ́ọ̀lù wọnú àwọn tí wọ́n fi gbégbá orókè nínú ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù àfẹsẹ̀gbá àti ilé ẹ̀kọ́ wọn. Ọmọ mi obìnrin náà tún gba àmì ẹ̀yẹ nínú ìdíje ijó rẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ Indomie noodles tèmi nìkan fún oúnjẹ aṣaralóore pàtàkì fún àṣeyọrí ẹbí mi àti fífún àwọn ọmọ mi ní okun tí ó pé láti ṣe àṣeyọrí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìfi ọkàn wọn. Èmi ò ní fi Indomie noodles mi rọ́pò ohunkóhun nílé ayé yìí.
Ẹ̀yin màmá, ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ yín ṣe déédéé pẹ̀lú ìṣaralóore ti Indomie kí wọ́n bá lè jẹ́ ẹni tí ó dára jù nínú ohun gbogbo tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe.
Ẹ̀yin màmá, kí lè dúró ṣe?
Welcome back to listening to Sported Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM, and we're at Abia Warriors listening to why Anesemba joined the club. Well, he already explained that, and further, yes, he says that he's optimistic that reuniting with Mark Makabo after working together with the coach at Eyimba will bring great achievement for Abia Warriors. Anesemba speaks further.
We've worked together then in Eyimba. He was my coach. So right now, I came here to meet him again, and I believe working under him will be a great achievement for the club. He's an experienced coach. He's a former Super Eagle coach. He got a lot of experience. So I believe working under him and all of us being together again here will bring a lot of achievements to Abia Warriors.
The experienced midfielder was also a part of Canopilas team that beat Niger Tornadoes to claim the club's first ever ATO Cup title last year. Well, he might just be the lucky charm for Abia Warriors. Well, wish him and Abia Warriors all the very best. Moving straight to Nasarawa United Football Club ahead of the new football season, have secured the services of former FC Fanyoba and Niger Tornadoes player Sadiq Abdurazak. The Mercury midfielder is expected to formalize his move to the club in a few days time after undergoing his medical fitness test. The club management has agreed terms with the player's agent and the Nigerian Football Federation's intermediary agent Shuaibu Yakub to fast track his release. According to the club chairman, says, and I quote, the decision to bring the energetic player to the club is to add depth and dominance in midfield for the club. Alright, moving away from that, let's do a quick tracker of Nigerian players and starting up from Saudi Arabia, where Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa scored twice as Al-Nassr thrashed their host Al Tawan 4-1 in their Saudi Professional Football League class on Thursday. Musa set up Morocco international Abdurazak Hamdallah for the game's opening goal in the 50 minutes of the encounter. The winger also teed up Nordin Amrabat for the second goal in the 17th minute. Hamdallah netted the third goal 5 minutes after the break. Held on, pulled one back for the host in the 54th minute of the encounter before Hamdallah got his third of the game from the spot. 9 minutes from time, Musa was replaced by Mukhtar Ali in the 60th minute of the encounter. The 27-year-old has now scored 1 goal and provided 7 assists in 21 league appearances for Al-Nassr this very season. 2 assists he bagged in that particular game. Moving straight to France, where Nigeria winger Moses Simon has been named the Nantes squad for the League One opening day fixture against Bordeaux. The encounter is billed to be played later tonight. Simon will come up against his international teammates Samuel Kalu and Josh Maja in the game later tonight. The game was originally billed for tomorrow Saturday, but was brought forward due to the La Liga, the professional, after the original opening day fixture between Olympic Lyon and Saint-Etienne was affected by positive COVID-19 test results for Simon. While he was voted Nantes Player of the Year for the 2019-2020 season, having scored 5 goals in 26 appearances for the club last season. Moving away from that, let's listen to the legend of the game here in Nigeria, where former Green Eagles captain Segun Odegbami has launched yet another stinging attack on Gennett Raw, with claims that the Franco-German is neither a world-class coach nor the right person to lead the Super Eagles to global glory. The 67-year-old Gennett Raw has been in charge of the Super Eagles since 2016, guiding them to a 3rd place finish at the last year's African Cup of Nations in Egypt, and also failed to lead the 3-time African champions beyond the group stage at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia on both occasions. In Egypt and Russia, the legendary Nigerian player said Gennett Raw showed that he is not the world-class coach the country needs, and as such should not be coaching the Super Eagles if Nigeria wants to become a world-class beater. Let's listen to Segun Odegbami on the show this lovely morning.
I have expressed my opinion severally about Gennett Raw. He may be a good coach, but what are his credentials? Where is he coming from? My belief is that anybody who will coach the Super Eagles now and make us a world-class team capable of winning the World Cup must be a world-class coach. Gennett Raw, definitely, who heads the present technical crew, cannot deliver that. So he's not the world-class coach that we are looking for, without question. We have seen him work for 4 years now, and what we saw at two critical moments, two critical times in Russia and in Egypt, convince me that he is not the one to lead Nigeria to El Dorado.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Not the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet the highest standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
Orí mi wú ọmọ mi ọkùnrin gbá bọ́ọ̀lù wọnú àwọn tí wọ́n fi gbégbá orókè nínú ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù àfẹsẹ̀gbá àti ilé ẹ̀kọ́ wọn. Ọmọ mi obìnrin náà tún gba àmì ẹ̀yẹ nínú ìdíje ijó rẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ Indomie noodles tèmi nìkan fún oúnjẹ aṣaralóore pàtàkì fún àṣeyọrí ẹbí mi àti fífún àwọn ọmọ mi ní okun tí ó pé láti ṣe àṣeyọrí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìfi ọkàn wọn. Èmi ò ní fi Indomie noodles mi rọ́pò ohunkóhun nílé ayé yìí.
Ẹ̀yin màmá, ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ yín ṣe déédéé pẹ̀lú ìṣaralóore ti Indomie kí wọ́n bá lè jẹ́ ẹni tí ó dára jù nínú ohun gbogbo tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe.
Ẹ̀yin màmá, kí lè dúró ṣe.
Breakfast your day every day with the nourishment of malt, milk and cocoa and the delicious taste of Milo.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Welcome back, still Spotted Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Alright, moving on this lovely morning. Work for my Super Eagles striker and Nigerian football ambassador Daniel the Bull Amokachi has been appointed as the special assistant on sport to President Muhammad Buhari. As President Buhari's special assistant on sport, Amokachi is expected to advise the Nigerian president on all sports matters. The former Everton of England player was earlier in the year named Nigeria's football ambassador, although that's a ceremonial role. He's expected to mentor youngsters. Amokachi, popularly known as the Bull, began his career in Kaduna with Ranchers Bees Football Club, played for Club Rouge of Belgium, also played for Besiktas in Turkey, and of course for Everton of England. For moving to Colorado Rapids in the United States, he was thrice voted the third best player in Africa. He played in 3 World Cup finals, won 2 Nations Cup titles as both player and assistant coach to Stephen Kechi, Austin Eguavon, and Samson Siasia, and of course Lagabak. Amokachi also won gold in the football events of the 1996 Atlanta Olympics since his career was truncated by injury. He had coached the under-23 national team, served as assistant coach of the Super Eagles, and coached Nasarawa United. We wish him all the very best in his new office. Moving to basketball, we're ahead of the 2021 AfroBasket. Nigeria's D Tigers has been placed in Group D alongside Mali, Rwanda and Algeria for the competition. The release made by FIBA Africa on Thursday shows that 20 teams will participate in the second round of qualification for FIBA AfroBasket 2021. The 5 winners of each pre-qualifiers group join the 15 teams that took part in the FIBA AfroBasket 2017 in Tunisia. These 15 teams that have automatically made it to this stage include Angola, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Cote d'Ivoire, DR Congo, Egypt, Guinea, Mali, Morocco, Mozambique, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, Tunisia, and Uganda. The total of 20 teams are divided into 5 groups of 4. The teams will play 2 tournaments in the international windows. The top 3 teams from each group will automatically qualify to the FIBA AfroBasket 2021 to be held in Rwanda. And checking out Nigeria's group opponents, we've got Mali, Rwanda, and Algeria. It looks like a relatively easy group for Nigeria, and we wish them all the very best as they look to book their place into 2021 AfroBasket. Moving straight to NBA. talking NBA this lovely morning. I'm talking about the NBA playoff scores. Anthony Davis scored 31 points and grabbed 11 rebounds as the LA Lakers leveled their first round series with Portland Trail Blazers with 111-88 points in their game 2 win. Played late yesterday, and in the early hours of today, Orlando Magic defeated Bucks, lost to Bucks 96-111, making it a 1-1 tied. Miami Heat lost narrowly to Indiana Pacers 109-100. Yes, Miami Heat winning that very one and taking a 2-0 lead. Oklahoma City Thunder lost to Rockets 98-111, with Rockets having a 2-0 lead, heading straight to the world of boxing, where Matchroom remain confident that Anthony Joshua and Cobra Pulev fight will take place this year, with plans being arranged for both for the fight to take place right behind closed door. No matter what, Joshua has promised that no matter where the fight takes place, no matter how he believes that he has what it takes to win that particular fight. Moving back to our football this morning, where Liverpool will face championship winners Leeds United, while Arsenal take on Fulham in the opening weekend games following the announcement of fixtures for the 2020-2021 Premier League season. The fixtures were announced on Thursday by the Premier League, with the opening round of fixtures taking place on the weekend of the 12th of September. Leeds were crowned championship winners, while Fulham defeated Brentford in the playoff. Also, Super Eagles stars will square off against each other as Semi Ajayi's West Bromwich Albion, the top promoted side, are at home to Leicester City with our own Kelechi Iheanacho and Wilfred Ndidi. Let me just take you through our fixtures of week 1. Crystal Palace will take on Southampton on the 12th of September. That same day, Fulham will host Arsenal Football Club. Liverpool will take on Leeds United, while Tottenham Hotspur will slug it out with Everton. That same day, West Bromwich Albion will take on Leicester City, while West Ham United will slug it out with Newcastle United. And on the 14th of September, Brighton will welcome Chelsea, while Sheffield United will slug it out with Wolverhampton Wanderers. The games involving Burnley and Manchester United, and the ones involving Manchester City and Aston Villa, are actually been postponed. And later tonight, it's a big one in Cologne, Germany, as Inter Milan will face off with Sevilla in the Europa League finals. Inter Milan face 5-time winner Sevilla in Cologne later tonight at 8 o'clock, looking to win a first trophy in 9 years. Sevilla boss Julian Lopetegui has yet to win a trophy as a manager. Sevilla winger Lucas Ocampos and Inter forward Alexis Sanchez are both injury out for tonight's game. 3-time UEFA Cup winners Inter Milan were second in Serie A, their best finish since 2011, which was also the year that the last won a trophy. That's the Coppa Italia. Antonio Conte took charge last summer and brought in 5 players from the Premier League, including 33 goals top scorer Romelu Lukaku, who has netted in a record 10 consecutive Europa League matches. Sevilla are the most successful team in the tournament history, winning all 5 of their UEFA Cup or Europa League finals. Lopetegui, like Conte, is in his first season in charge. He has yet to win any silverware in his spell as head coach of Rayo Vallecano, Porto, Spain, and Real Madrid. Well, the La Liga side are on their longest unbeaten run with 11 wins and 9 draws in their 20 games since 9th of February, including wins over Wolverhampton Wanderers, Manchester United in their previous 2 rounds. Their the manager of Sevilla says that Sevilla's 5 titles are irrelevant to tonight's result. Inter Milan will become the second most successful side in UEFA Cup or Europa League history if they win later tonight. They have come out on top in 3 of their 4 previous finals. They are the first Italian side to reach the final since 1999, when Parma defeated Marseille 3-0 and are bidding to end an 8-year run of any Spanish and English sides winning that particular competition. We wish them all the very best, and of course, we hope that the best team wins. And on Sunday, the big one, Champions League final, yes, between Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. The good news is that Neymar is eligible to play in that particular final. So, well, that'll be all on Spotted Beat this lovely Friday morning. Big thanks to everyone who's been part of the show. Don't forget to join Maria Kishola tomorrow morning, same time on Spotted Beat, the weekend edition, where she will be talking to you about the Champions League finals holding on Sunday. But at 9 a.m. tomorrow on BCS TV, I'll be hosting Dr. Rafi Ladipo on the show. So we'll be talking about football, supporters club, and boxing in Nigeria. Till then, do have a lovely, lovely weekend and stay safe.
I am afraid. Have you heard of coronavirus?
Yes, I have heard. But you can get it through contact with a person who may have the virus or live in an area with ongoing spread.
That is the problem. Before you know a person has it, you may have already gotten it.
That is why we must stop the spread.
How?
Do not shake anybody's hand and avoid touching people. Do not touch surfaces such as rails or stairs, public door handles, etc. In case you do, wash your hands properly with soap or use a sanitizer. Avoid crowded play. Practice physical distancing at all times.
Physical distancing? What is that?
It means maintaining a 2-meter distance from the person nearest to you at all times. Most important, remember to wash your hands regularly with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds, especially after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing, going to the bathroom, or even before preparing and eating food. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth with unwashed hands.
Thank you, my husband. I feel a lot better.
Now go and wash your hand with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds so you will feel best. This message is brought to you by UNICEF Nigeria.
Òun lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn o, kì í ṣaṣọ funfun nìkan la lára àgbẹ̀yìndà jíìkì ń fọ̀. Ẹ tún lè lò ó láti fọ ohunkóhun tàbí ibikíbi láti fọ ìdọ̀tíkídọ̀tí nílé yín. Jíìkì á pa ìdá 99% ìyẹn 99% nínú àwọn kòkòrò àrùn tó ń fa àìsàn tó máa ń wà láwọn ibi tó bá ṣí sílẹ̀. Ó yá tètè lọ ra tìyẹn báyìí.
Inú mi o.
Ṣé ọ̀nà fún àyà tàbí inú rẹ̀ ń gbóná ni inú rẹ̀ ń dàrú? Andrews liver salt ń gbógun ti inú kíkún àti àyà títa ní wàrà ń ṣẹ̀ṣà. Tí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì, lọ rí dókítà rẹ o.
So I don't write jollof rice, fried rice, pounded yam, egusi,
rice
chicken.
and stew, jollof rice.
Thank
you. All this plenty kind food wey una dey call so. Na wetin we go chop for the naming baby.
Yes, auntie.
See, enjoy.
No be small.
You see, mama baby, the same way we get different kind of food, na so we get different kind of child-birth spacing methods. So child-birth spacing go make your belle sweet well, and your body too, e go tanda gidigba. Anyone wey you choose good for body, and you go fit trust am.
Auntie nurse, my jasper don dey talk about am o, but me I dey fear.
See, no culture or religion wey no dey support anything wey go make life better. Make you and your jasper come when una ready. I go dey wait for una o.
Okay.
No forget say anyone wey you choose for childbirth spacing matter dey safe and you fit trust am. Oya waka go any health center wey get the green dot logo to get full information on childbirth spacing services. This message na the Federal Ministry of Health and support from American people carry am come.
Ìlédìí bẹ́bẹ̀m tá a ti dánwò pẹ̀lú òṣùwọ̀n apakòkòrò máa ń mú inú àwọn ìkókó dùn pẹ̀lú rọ́bà lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ́ àwọn ìpele oníhò tó wà níta ìdènà tí kì í fàyè gba jíjò tó sì ń mú inú àwọn ìdílé dùn.